right? So I'm heading to the Orlando Cars and Coffee, and my GoPro didn't have an SD card in it, so I had to stop and grab one. All they had was an 8 gig, and it's not a fast write time, so there's no telling what the quality of the video is gonna end up looking like, so we'll find out. Yo, it's fucking packed today. Can't wait to see what we see. Just as I turn the camera off, 2 red GTRs pull up. Little Lotus.
David Knight all got bought. Yeah, he sold them all for 21 of them.
Yeah, OEM as hell still.
Yeah. David cashed in. So anyway.
I love that color. Shush. Just a bag Tesla. I know. Look at this monster. Twin superchargers.
One of the older ones.
Wish half Orlando, but whatever this thing is, holy shit.
And we kept telling him, like, keep it, and he wasn't going to know why.
Look at this, got a full GT. Straight race.
Supercar Social.
LS Swap Classic.
I'm like, for the money.
Just a Jaguar. Imported.
Oh, I didn't try to get yeah, he just has to stand up. But I didn't realize the window folds.
Sheesh. You're sitting right next to your passenger in this thing.
And the truck, dude, like, this thing is. Oh, you think so? But yeah, I want to knock on it.
I have no clue what I'm looking at.
It's hot. It's probably hot. Only two.
I think they're all British. Maybe. That's an AG.
I think that's Citron.
Yeah. It used to have the same grill as me, and then they had the bubble did just
It's a second yellow Type R here. Field Reach. Datsun. Toyota 86.
There's like basically a thin gasket that's in between that's allowing a lot of.
What is this? Rarest 240. Sheesh. Crazy colors on the GTRs today. Even though I think this is like a GTS-T or something like that. Oh no, GTR. Okay. It's another S chassis out here. Still 4-lug, that's interesting. Big boa. You notice this is an electric semi-truck. It's fucking intense. That's so intense. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
Talking to the owner, besides this and a few other things, it's all original.
Really?
A lot of people have you have no idea.
The owner of the GTR just said he'll take me for a ride. Oh shit. He's like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm taking this opportunity.
See you next week.
Alrighty.
These seats have some crazy bolstering.
Yeah, way better than the stock seats. Better warm up just a second.
Auto windows, wow.
You can't beat that on a 90s car.
The 33s, everyone describes the 32s as the most raw feeling one, and the 33s are just the best of both worlds.
The 34 to me is a little, it's bigger, it's heavier, and it's definitely got more power, or it feels as if it has more power. And the Atessa system is better. But I personally, out of the three in my garage, I like this one.
And then what do you feel about the I forget what they call it, the rear wheel steering effect?
It's mild. I mean,
Because this was like 5 to 7 degrees or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you definitely feel it cornering, like racetrack cornering.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it there. Outside of that, street driving, you don't ever feel it.
Okay.
Now, this car, for whatever reason, and this happens in my 32 and the 33, in reverse, it feels like the car binds. And that seems to be a common problem with these earlier cars. They fixed it in the 34. But these, for whatever reason, they did not. It's definitely got that weird, almost like your tires are binding on the front, or it's a weird feeling.
Interesting. Could that just be the reverse ratio compared to the diff ratios?
Could definitely be.
Because also, I just thought this is my first time being in a left-hand drive car, or right-hand drive.
So it's not that it's slow. By today's standards, these are definitely slow. but it needs tons of, it needs lots of improvements to be super fast.
Yeah. But even then, a car like this, you leave it alone.
When they're this clean and they are in this condition, yeah, you don't modify them.
I say I just got about a month ago I picked up an Indy Miata, and that thing is just fun, but the first thing I noticed, and everybody swears by, is the body roll's atrocious on those cars. So the first thing I did was pick up some sway bars and lowering springs, because the club package comes stock with Bilstein suspension. So I was like, just lowering it a little bit, adding those sway bars will just make it handle so much better.
I've only had the car a month and a half, so I've owned it. Gosh, I've owned it 2.5 years.
Wow.
But it just got imported, so we're still working some of the bugs out.
Yeah, and then don't you have to adjust a little bit compared to
our fuel?
Yeah.
Seems to be a big one. So even though we run it on 93, it is different than what the car was running in Europe or Japan. So it does. We haven't had to tune it differently yet, but that may come.
And when you tune, are the ECUs tunable on this, or do you have to get a standalone?
You have to get a standalone.
Yeah. This is immaculate. Doesn't even look like the back seats have been sat in once.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that it's been smoked in, which was really important. Couple of the cars, the ceiling had, either burn marks or yellow stains. This one appeared to overall was in really, really good condition.
Yeah, you got your typical mirror.
Yep, and I'm looking for a replacement, and that is super hard to find. You would think there's a billion GTRs, right? You would think you'd be able to find a rear view mirror that's in good condition, but no. Even the R-34, the rear view pretty much does the same exact thing.
So do you have a YouTube channel too?
I do not.
So I've just started mine as like a hobby, because I know like you really have to put effort into it for years before you make anything off of it. But with your car collection,
I have a buddy who keeps telling me the same thing. He's like, we need to do a YouTube channel, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, right now I own 5 businesses, and I'm like, I don't have time.
Yeah.
So if he wants to jump in and help me do it, I'm like, great. I'm all for that. But
yeah, it definitely is time consuming. Because I try and I get like maybe one day a week where I can actually put mods on my car, because the rest of the time I'm working or with the family.
Yeah, I try to balance my car events, so I'll be here this morning, then I'll head home, spend time with the family. Wife and I will probably go out, do a little bit of cycling this afternoon.
So I'm wondering if this is the rarest car at the Cars and Coffee today. There's no telling if that Ford GT was a real or a replica.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was an 0506. And even there, they made 900,000.